Hi students, welcome to the video on Management Accounting Funds Flow Statement. I have already discussed in previous three videos about the definition, uses or utility of fund flow statement and some problem also will solve. In this video, we will solve another important problem. So comparative balance sheet of XYZ Limited for 2 years, that is 31st March 2032 and 31st March 2023 are given. We have to prepare the adjusted profit and loss account, schedule of changes in working capital and fund flow statement. Then on the liability side, it is equity share capital, opening was 10 lakh, closing was 11 lakh. So difference is increase in equity share capital to the extent of 1 lakh. That means there is issue of equity share to the extent of 1 lakh, which is a sources of funds. Then 10% debenture was 5 lakh. At the closing it is 3 lakh, means during the year 2 lakh debenture were redeemed, which is known as application or uses of funds. General reserve was 2 lakh and at the end it is 2 lakh 20,000. So transfer to general reserve after profit loss is 20,000, which will be adjusted in profit and loss account. Profit loss at the beginning 1 lakh 10,000, at the end 1 lakh 70,000. So we have to prepare a profit loss account. On the credit side, because it is liability credit balance, credit side right by balance brought down 1 lakh 10,000. At the end, to balance carried down 1 lakh 7,000. Or we can take the net profit as 1 lakh 7,000 minus 1 lakh 10,000 is equal to 60,000. We will take the net profit 60,000. We will add all non-operating expenses, deduct all non-recurring or operating incomes. Then finally we will get the adjusted profit and loss account. Then creditors 50,000 and 40,000 is the closing, that is 10,000 decrease in creditor. I already told you increase in assets should be shown as increase in working capital, because working capital is nothing but the difference between current asset minus current liability. That means the excess of current assets over current liability is known as working capital. When there is increase in current asset or decrease in current liability, it leads to increase in working capital, and vice versa case. When decrease in current asset and increase in current liability, it leads to decrease in working capital. So decrease in working capital is a source and increase in working capital is uses or application. Increase means our current asset will increase. When our current asset is increased, means we will purchase it, we will pay for it. So it is application of funds. So creditor, that is decrease in current liability, that is increase in working capital. Bills from 20,000 and then 30,000, increase in 10,000, so it leads to decrease in working capital to the extent of 10,000. Then provision for bad debt, opening 30,000, closing 24,000, 6,000 decrease means that is decrease in current liability, means increase in working capital. Then for provision for taxation, we have to take the adjustment, so we will treat it as non-current. Then land and building on the asset side, opening was 4,20,000, closing 6,60,000. Adjustment depreciation on land and building is given 10,000, that we will treat it separately. Plant and machinery account, opening balance 6 lakh, closing balance 8 lakh, depreciation 50,000 is given, and also given during the year 2023, a part of machinery costing 7,500, on which accumulated depreciation there will be 2,500. That means the book value reduced to 5,000, sold for 3,000. As a result, there is loss of 2,000 on sale of part of the machinery. Then goodwill is intangible asset. It is opening 50,000, closing 40,000. That means there is a return of 10,000. goodwill, that will be shown on the debit side of, or added with the net profit, or shown on the debit side of adjusted profit and loss account. Similarly, preliminary expenses were 30,000, closing it is 20,000, then a decrease of 10,000. That means preliminary expenses written up during the year, that will be added to the net profit, or it will show in the adjusted profit loss debit side. Then stock 2,50,000 and the end 2,10,000, then a decrease in the amount of 40,000 in stock, so it is decrease in working capital. Debtor was 3 lakh, at the end it is 2,40,000, that is decrease in working capital to the extent of 60,000. Then cash at bank 3 lakh, and at the end it is 24,000, that is decrease in working capital to the extent of 2,76,000. So additional I told, then it is given dividend for 1 lakh was paid during the year 2023. After declaring the dividend, declaring the net profit, the company pays dividend to the shareholder. For dividend, we will add in the net profit and we will pay it. That means we will show it in the uses and application of funds. Income tax was 50,000 paid during the year. So first we will prepare the adjusted. That is, first we will treat income tax, provision for income tax. That is provision for income tax. So on the credit side, right, by balance brought down. Amount was 40,000. Then at the end we will write to balance carried down. That is 1,10,000. Then we paid during the year 50,000. So write to bank. Provision for income tax to bank. Payment of tax. That is 50,000. And it will also be shown in the uses of funds. So debit total is 1,60,000. So it is debit balance. So write by adjusted profit loss account. That is provision during the year. Adjusted profit loss account 1,20,000. We will see provision during the year. Then we will prepare land and building account. So in land and building account, it is asset. So debit side will write to balance brought down. The amount is 4,20,000 and closing is by balance carried down. That is 6 lakhs. 6,60,000. Then depreciation is 10,000. To write by depreciation. Depreciation account debited to land and building account 10,000. So its total is credit total is 6,70,000. So 4,20,000 is debit total. So 2,50,000. That is purchase of to bank. Purchase of land and building. That is purchase. It will show on the uses of funds. Then we will prepare another plant and machinery account. So plant and machinery account. This is debit side, right? To balance brought down. The amount is 6 lakh. And closing will show by balance carried down 8 lakh. Then accumulated depreciation is 50,000 to write by adjusted profit or depreciation, or we can write by depreciation account. So depreciation account, that is 50,000. Then during the year machine costing 7,500, annuity depreciation 2,500, means goodwill 5,000, sold for 3,000. So we will write by bank 3,000. That will be shown on the uses of funds 3,000. Then by adjusted profit loss, that is loss on sale, that will be added to the net profit or shown on the debit side of adjusted profit loss account. 2000. Here credit total is 8,55,000, debit 6 lakh. So purchase of plant and machinery balance figure to bank purchase, that means 2,55,000. That will show on the uses of funds on the fund flow statement. Then we will prepare adjusted profit loss account. Adjusted profit and loss account. We can show on the credit side by balance brought down, debit side to balance carried down, or we can show to net profit. It is up to you. We will show both. That is as per the ledger. By balance brought down, it was 1,10,000. Then to balance carried down, amount is 1,70,000. Difference is 60,000. Then first general reserve 20,000, write to general reserve 20,000. Then depreciation to depreciation. Land and building 10,000. Plant and machinery 50,000. Then here income tax 1,20,000 to IT, provision for income tax 1,20,000. Then here loss on sale of plant and machinery, to loss on sale of plant and machinery, that is 2,000. Then dividend paid 1 lakh to dividend, that is 1 lakh. Goodwill written off to goodwill written off, the amount is 10,000. To preliminary expenses written off 10,000. So we will make the total of debit side. One is 20,000, another 10,000, next 50,000, then 1,20,000, loss is 2,000, then dividend 1 lakh, goodwill 10,000, preliminary expenses 10,000, closing is 1,70,000. So total comes to 0,002 4,92,000. Opening was 1,10,000. So by funds from operation, it will sources of funds from operation. Amount is 3,82,000. Then we will prepare schedule of changes in working capital. Schedule of changes in working capital. We already discussed. We will show that creditor, bills payable, provision, patent outlay. First, we will prepare 3 columns. In first column, we will see that is figure of 31st March 2022. Second column 31st March 2023. Then difference, increase or decrease in working capital, like this for current liability and current asset show. Here we will write creditors. So we already know. So this is increase, this is decrease. So creditor, decrease in creditor means increase in working capital, that we have shown. Bills payable increase means decrease in working capital. Bills payable 10,000. Then provision for bad doubt debt. Amount is 6,000. Decreases means it is increase in working capital. 6,000. Then over 3 liability, current liabilities. In current asset, stock. It is reduction means decrease in working capital 40,000. So decrease will show 40,000. Then debtor decrease 60,000. So debtor will show decrease 60,000. Then cash advance will show this is decrease 2,76,000. 2,76,000. So total comes to 000. 3,86,000 minus 16, so 3,70,000. Decrease in working capital, net decrease in working capital 3,70,000. That is net decrease in working capital. So it is shown on the sources of funds. So we will calculate funds flow statement. Of XYZ as on 31st March 2023. One is sources, then uses or applications. First is equity share capital increase 1 lakh, that is sources. Issue of share capital or issue of shares, that is 1 lakh. Then 2 lakh uses redemption of debenture, payment towards redemption of debenture. The 10% debenture is 2 lakh. Then we'll start from here. Payment of tax 50,000. So payment of tax. $50,000. The land and building, purchase of land and building. Purchase of first land and building. Land and building is 2,50,000. Then plant and machinery is 2,55,000. 2,55,000. Then sale of plant 3,000, that is sources. Sale of plant. That is sale of machine. That is sale of machinery. That is sale of machinery. Amount is 3,000. Then here payment of dividend 1 lakh. Payment of dividend 1 lakh. Here from adjusted profit loss we got funds from operation, right here sources. Funds from operation amount is 3,82,000. Then decrease in net decrease in working capital to the extent of 3,86,000 to 3,70,000. 3,70,000. Then covers. Then we will total both sides. It is It is 5. $8,55,000. Here, 8,50,000. So both the side total 8,55,000. So there is accuracy in solving this problem. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, I think we will discuss working capital assessment.